荷里活男星 Matt Damon 拍過嘅好戲真係多到數唔晒，而佢嘅招牌間諜系列電影更加係好多影迷心目中嘅經典。雖然 Matt Damon 今年已經45歲，相隔9年先重出江湖，再次飾演呢位傳奇間諜，但係狀態依然大勇，不愧為荷里活不老男神啊
！Hi Matt, do you like going back again to the character of Jason Bourne?
Yeah, I was excited to go back and get another chance to do it. I love the character, and it's to reunite with the director Paul Greengrass and also that whole crew of people who've worked on the other ones. That's really fun.
And you start playing Jason Bourne when you were 29. How much harder is it to get into shape?
It's a lot harder. Yeah, it's a whole different thing trying to get in shape when you're 45 versus 29. Definitely.
So how much workout did you do prepare?
Well, by the end, it's like you're in the gym 2 times a day for hour and a half, maybe more, and then eating very specific foods. That's another big part of it. It's a very strict diet.
Is it harsh to eat less cheeseburgers?
For me, it is. I love eating cheeseburgers.
Yes.
And yeah, I mean,
harsh.
So that's the downside. But I get to do these movies, so that's the upside. That's a pretty big upside.
And can you list out 3 differences between Matt Damon and Jason Bourne?
Well, I've never killed anybody, so that's a pretty big difference. He lives completely on his own, and I have my family, so that's another big difference. And he speaks a number of different languages, and sadly, I speak English and some Spanish, and that's it. So
there's a scene Jason recalling the past, and he looked much more younger. How did you do that?
Oh, they actually do with a digital technology. You put dots all over your face, and they, with the computer, they can use those reference points, and they can make you look younger. So for that flashback sequence where I'm a lot younger, they just did it with the computer.
And how was the experience like working with Tommy Lee Jones this time?
Awesome, really great. I love Tommy Lee, and he's one of the great American actors, and he cast me in a movie that he directed in 1994. When I needed the money and I was a young broke actor, and with the money that I made on that movie, Ben and I were able to finish Good Will Hunting, and I could pay the rent. It was a big deal in my life. So I've always been really grateful to Tommy Lee.
And people always describe the friendship of you and Ben Affleck as bromance. How has he influenced you in your career and your life?
I don't think I could really answer that. I mean, we've known each other for 35 years, so I wouldn't be able to even determine how he's influenced me. I mean, it's kind of incalculable. He's influenced me in so many different ways. So it would be tough to say. He's like a member of my family, So it's tough to say the impact that he's had on my life. It's been pretty big.
Do you guys advise or comment on each other's work?
All the time, yeah. When you make movies, you definitely assemble a group of people that you trust, and you show the movies that you're making in their rough form, and you let them comment on it and give notes. And it's not until the premiere of a movie that anything's not up for grabs. When you've made movies for a long time, the attitude is you're in a body shop with your car and the hood's up, and you're working on the engine, and until the moment you release the movie, you can always make it a little better.
And I know you have 5 women in the house. Do all of them enjoy watching your action movies?
Oh, they haven't seen any of my action movies. No, my oldest daughter has seen the Bourne movies. She's going to be 18 next week, so she's seen them. But
how does she feel about?
She loves them. She loves the action movies. She also thinks it's funny because she knows me, so she thinks it's funny that I'm beating everybody up and running around, because that's not what I'm like when I'm around the house. So my younger ones, maybe when they're a little older, I'll show them the movies.
而新一集電影女主角就揾嚟新鮮出爐嘅奧斯卡最佳女配角 Alicia Vikander。呢位嚟自瑞典嘅女演員，第一次睇呢套間諜電影嗰陣，只係得14歲，自此令佢留下深刻印象。今次能夠參演，佢都覺得好榮幸。
Hi Alicia. When the Bourne franchise first launched, you were only 14 years old. How was the feeling like joining this blockbuster?
It was a pinch me moment the first time I got on set. I like you said, I was an early teenager when I saw the franchise the first time, and I was just blown away. I'd been brought up watching spy movies like Bond, and for me this was already then just something quite mind-blowing. They kind of reinvented the spy genre, and a lot of films after this one has copied the way that they do these films. So to be invited to join the new film, I was just, was the most exciting thing.
And once again, congratulations to you for winning the Oscars.
Thank you so much.
How has life changed after that?
It was a fantastic night that I will always remember, but the truth and the fact is that just 2 days after that night, I jumped on a plane and I went straight back to set, to the Jason Bourne set, to finishing up that film, and since then I've just been traveling and working. So I've actually just been in my little workspace, and so I don't really know.
No time to be happy and cry, right?
That night I had the most amazing night. My parents and my family and friends were there, and I don't know if I cried. I mostly danced and laughed, I think, and it was joyous night that I will always remember.
And people always say acting is in your blood. And how about cooking and dancing?
My mom is a very good cook, and my dad likes to dance, and my mom is an actress. I don't know. I think it's all of those things is part of my hobbies, and they make me kind of be able to go to work and do this, and then go back and have my normal life.
Do you wish to play in a movie about dancing in the future?
It's interesting, yes. In one way, films like Anna Karenina, I got to dance a bit, and actually making a movie like Ex Machina for me was almost like approaching a role that felt like it was like dancing. For me, it meant a lot in that film to try and figure out the way that she moved and her physicality. So it kind of felt like it was an opportunity to use, hopefully, what I learned at ballet school.
And can you describe the feeling when you first saw Tommy Lee Jones and Matt Damon?
I saw Tommy Lee Jones the first day on our set when we did a scene together in the CIA hub, and we were actually in the conference room the first day, and of course he was intimidating also mostly because of the part that he played, and I think it helped because of course Heather Lee, who I play, is a very incredibly intelligent and knows her craft very well, and it's the reason why she's gone up in her career so fast. But I think she looks up to him and his power and his position. So it was a wonderful thing to play at. But both Tommy and Matt are some of the best actors out there, and I think it's incredible to see in the Jason Bourne movies, in the franchises earlier, they just bring such amazing and very diverse talent. So for me to get the chance to work with them, who I've looked up to, was incredible.